pressuring me to give my sister my wedding venue because she needs it more and is pregnant. My fiance and I have been together for 8 years and engaged for 3. I was doing my PhD program and was juggling planning the wedding. My fiance took much of that work, but it was perfect because our dream venue was booked until after my graduation. So what we did is we booked our dream venue 3 years in advance. It really is a beautiful venue. The only slot we got was September of this year. My sister got engaged a few months ago to her fiance. They were planning on having a spring wedding next year. They had no venue lined up, but had a few vendors lined up as well as a set date. How can one have a set date if you don't have a venue? You can't really. Yesterday, our parents invited us and our significant others to a family barbecue where my sister announced to our extended family that she is expecting. Everyone was so happy for her and my brother-in-law, who is a great guy. My nan asked my sister if the wedding was still on the set date or if they were going to wait because of the baby. She said no, that she hoped that she could move it to September. Interesting. No big deal. We didn't have many out-of-town guests, so they could attend both weddings, no problem. Nan was happy and asked sister if she needed help planning such a short notice wedding. My sister then turns around and said, "That's what I really wanted to talk to you about. I was really hoping that we could kind of like take your venue." Absolutely not! No! Sorry, I was just really hoping that, like, we could take your venue. You haven't just, like, been waiting for this for, like, years. She said, "I really cannot stress myself too much with planning a wedding while going to maternity classes."
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Okay, then wait to get married. She also said, "I think it's so beautiful. It would really mean a lot to me." I'm sure it would. It went silent, but everyone was looking at me expecting to say, "Yes, of course, everything for my little sister." My brother-in-law looked very uncomfortable and told her that they had talked about this and it was not okay to put me on the spot. Yeah, she did it in front of your entire family. Ugh. That puts you in a position that you feel like you can't say no. But you also shouldn't. You shouldn't say yes. But my sister just said, "Don't be like that. My sister wants to do what's best for me, so it's no big deal, right?" Okay, so but she doesn't want to do what's best for you? I just said, "Well, it kind of is. I don't know. I have my heart set on that venue." Right, because you planned it 3 years in advance and waited. Cue the crying. Ugh, brother. I know you said that she's like 23, but like this is typical childish behavior. She obviously learned that when she was a child that she could cry and get anything she wanted, and that's what she's doing. She stormed off. Nan told me I was being selfish because she needed the venue more than I did. Why? Is her wedding more important than yours? Is that what we're getting at? Thank you! I tried to defend myself and my mother said, "You waited 3 years. Would it have killed you to wait a few more months?" Well, clearly if you waited 3 years, then it's probably going to take a lot longer for you to book it again. When has your sister ever asked for something? Something tells me this isn't the first time she's asked for something, okay? A few comments later, my fiance got really mad and we left. My sister called me crying and said it was unfair that I always get what I want and that I could have done this one thing for her. Okay, but this is like a really big thing to ask. You shouldn't even be asking. Find a different venue or wait to get married. Dad said it is just a venue and what matters is the person you are marrying.
Pathetic.
He is kind of right, but we've been planning for so long. If it's just a venue, then why does it matter if she gets the venue? My fiance is furious with my family and doesn't even want my sister to come. Now my family's threatening to not come because I'm being selfish and my sister needs it more than me because having a baby is too stressful. So get pregnant.
No. He's got a point.
My brother-in-law called me and apologized for the inconvenience. He told me he'd discussed it with my sister and she told him she would not ask. He's properly mad with her now and warned me that my sister's blaming me for potentially ruining her marriage. Why? Because you wouldn't give her what she wanted when she threw a temper tantrum? My father has sent me about 5 texts along the lines of, "I hope you're happy your sister hasn't stopped crying since yesterday," and so on and so on. It kind of sounds like your parents just sort of gave her whatever she wanted growing up just to avoid her being sad. This is like classic victim mentality. My fiance and I have decided to boot my sister from the bridal party and replace her with my aunt, who is the only family member that took my side. We've not decided whether or not we will invite my family as a whole. Furthermore, my mom took it upon her to tell us. She called fiance's parents and told them that it would be best if my sister gets it because she's pregnant and preeclampsia runs in the family, whatever that means. Oh, the guilt tripping. The guilt tripping is strong with these ones. My future father-in-law told them to off. Yes! Like literally right off. And basically ripped my mom a new one for expecting something so ridiculous and that they were gonna lose me if they kept playing favorites. So my mom is now crying too and said that my father-in-law is an Wow, okay, like mother like daughter. This is just getting so pathetic. It seems straight out of a bad soap opera. My in-laws are driving to us currently with some supper and wine and basically basically told me not to worry about it and that no matter what happens, they will be my safety net. I cried of happiness. Well, thank God you're not the only one that feels this way, you know? Like, it's always nice to be supported whenever there's a little family feud. Families do know how to guilt trip you into doing things that you really don't want to.